One day soon, it will be the main road to the center of the East Bank development. But how wide should the East Bank Boulevard be? Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Should the boulevard have 6 lanes or just 4? Sounds like a pretty simple question, but it has ignited a passionate debate over the future of the East Bank development.
Our investigative reporter Ben Hall is keeping an eye on the East Bank. So the question, Ben, really a statement. In many ways, debate over the road is about a lot more, right?
A lot more than the road. It really is. The road will set the tone for the entire development. A smaller road means fewer cars. But is that practical in front of a major stadium?
Imagine East Bank is the big plan, the strategy. The tactic is, how big's the road? How do people interact with the road?
This is how the East Bank looks right now. In the future, a major road will go right down the center. That road, East Bank Boulevard, will be the main artery as the development comes to life. It goes right in front of the new stadium.
Right now, if you want to go from over there to over here, you got to make 5 turns. So they want a road that is a straight road.
Real estate researcher Ed Branding says for years, community meetings focused on a walkable, bike-friendly East Bank. Designs for the boulevard showed a small 4-lane road, a dedicated bus lane in each direction, and 1 lane of traffic each way. But recently, that changed.
The 6-lane road has entered the conversation. It really wasn't part of the conversation before.
The 6-lane proposal calls for keeping the dedicated bus lanes and adding more car lanes, with the idea that 1 lane for cars was not enough.
There are a number of people who are not just surprised, they're offended by it.
Jessica Dauphin is with the Transit Alliance of Middle Tennessee, which sent an email to its members saying the original vision of the East Bank is drifting.
This is really how we're going to build forward as a region. Who are we going to build for? Who are we going to prioritize this public space for?
Dauphin supports the use of public transit. Says building more car lanes makes the East Bank less walkable. More car lanes just lead to more cars and more traffic.
As a pedestrian, think pedestrian here. You've got 6 lanes plus that median to cross.
And there are those that say, we don't want the cars. We want the cars over there, walk across the bridges.
Current plans call for parking downtown for big events and walking across the pedestrian bridge. But the latest traffic figures show even with that, 1 lane for cars might not be enough.
We cannot build for today. We have to be thinking about building for the future we want to see.
Dauphin says she's not taking sides, but does believe fewer car lanes would encourage more public transit, which would get people in and out of the stadium efficiently.
More car lanes do not support efficiency. More buses do.
At the most recent East Bank Authority meeting, several groups spoke against the 6-lane proposal.
If safety is really a priority for the East Bank Boulevard, it will not have 6 lanes.
We're going to make sure you can get where you want to go.
During the last election, Mayor O'Connell supported a 4-lane concept, according to a questionnaire from Walk Bike Nashville. The option he chose had a dedicated bike lane on each side.
A majority of Metro Council members and Mayor O'Connell have expressed support for 4-lane designs.
But the mayor appeared to back away from that. His spokesperson said once the mayor has evaluated all the information, along with public feedback, he'll make a recommendation/decision on the size of the road.
You have to figure out how wide the road is so you know how much land with which you have to work on both sides.
Branding says the road holds the key to other parts of the development. It's a critical early decision, but it's time to figure it out.
But at some point, you got to quit collecting the information, and somebody or a number of somebodies have to go ahead and make the decision.
Experts at the Nashville Department of Transportation are reviewing the data and will make the final decision. However, they answer to the mayor, so his input is critical, if not final.
So this is not something that the council will vote on?
Council won't vote on it. It's not voted on by them or the East Bank Authority. And at this point, there is no deadline for a decision. But it's one of those decisions that will help shape the future of the East Bank.
You'll continue keeping an eye on things.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Thanks, Ben.